So I want to take a second look at the new green color for the 2026 Corvette, because the first set of GM photos showed one darker, richer shade of green, but what others seen in person painted a different shade altogether. Now though, there's a lot more pictures floating around, including a few full C8 Corvettes in that color that might bring a more fully rounded picture of what's going on. Also, with all this new information floating out there for the new 2026 C8 Corvette and all these new updates, the next big question is, how much more is this all going to cost? And if you haven't seen some of the latest news videos, the next giveaway of the channel is live with multiple items to win, and I'm going to share even more ways on how you can win them. And we're going to talk all about that in today's video. So thanks for tuning in, guys, where we talk Corvette news, do product review videos, how to install videos, and the occasional car drive and car show all around Corvettes. My name is Carlos, and if you like what you hear and you want to know when all these kinds of videos drop, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join in on the community, and yeah, join in on the fun. Alrighty, so getting into this first bit of news that I came across this week, we're actually going to take a second look at the new colors announced for the 2026 C8 Corvette, and specifically the new green color that is the Rosewell Metallic Green. And it's for a good reason. Now, originally, when GM announced this green and showed pictures, you saw a very rich, deep green that honestly looked really, really nice. But when you compared it to the first set of pictures taken by just regular normal peoples of samples that were brought to the NCM Bash a few weeks ago, it showed a much brighter and honestly not so good looking pale frog green type color, which got me really wondering why there was such a huge color difference between what GM was trying to showcase and what people were actually seeing. I mean, I know it's probably not so simple, but if you're showing a rich, deep green color as your main set of promo pictures, it should be more reflective of what you see when you show samples that regular people can just, take pictures of. And I mean, that darker, richer green is even more apparent on these 360-degree shots on GM's official website like you see here. But now it's been a few weeks since that initial reveal, and there's more pictures out there, including what the green looks like on a complete C8 Corvette. And when you look at these pictures, you are seeing, thankfully, a bit more of a pronounced darker green shade instead of the lighter green that was initially seen on those sample pieces. But it did make me wonder why there's such a difference in that shade that we're seeing. And ultimately, I think it comes down to the lighting. And case in point, when you're looking at these pictures of the fully painted Corvettes, it looks to be like they are on more cloudy days where there's not a direct amount of sunlight that is hitting them. That makes the color tone look a little bit more darker, more pronounced. And looking at the pictures taken of the samples at the Corvette Bash, it looks like they might have been taken on a brighter, sunnier day. And then looking at the official GM color poster, I noticed that while the Corvette itself is in a darker shade of green, we do see different shades of green in the picture. And I have a sneaking suspicion that those colors are there on purpose to kind of demonstrate what the green color could look like under different lighting conditions. If that is indeed the case, then that makes sense, and it makes me feel a little bit better about this new green color. It has a bit more going on, especially some of those golden-ish flakes that are very apparent when the color is in direct sunlight. And then when you take a little bit more and more light, you get a much more rich and pronounced green that could be pretty tasteful. But what do you guys think of the new green? Would you consider it? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you think. All right, so with all this new news coming out for the 2026 C8 Corvette, the next most prevalent info that we're really waiting on is what exactly is the price going to be for this new kind of Corvette? I mean, we have a lot of updates specifically to the interior, especially including that extra additional screen, even bigger screens for that center and nav screen also. And then just an updated center console section with the, new location of the phone charger, the grab handle. All these new updates are going to be standard across all the different trim versions of the C8 Corvette. And that stuff is going to cost more money compared to the current design, especially that updated screen tech. So historically speaking, the starting prices for the C8 Corvette have gone up on average about $2,000 each year, where it started just under $60,000 back when it first released the C8 Corvette. It's now around $68,000 for the 2025 models, at least starting off as a 1LT trim based version. But with this new set of updates and honestly just the current economic state of the country, I'm very much thinking there's going to be a bit of a price bump around this time for the 2026 model. And I'm thinking that it's not only going to put the C8 base price over $70,000 this time around, I think it's going to be somewhere around the realm of another extra $3,000 to $5,000 for the 2026 model, which all of that would translate to a potential starting point of around $75,000 on the high end. Now, this is all still speculative because GM has been tight-lipped, but that is what the prices have been suspecting to be. And this would make sense considering all the updates coming to this 2026 Corvette. It's going to revamp the interest in the Corvette, and I would not be surprised if the new starting price is around the $75,000 mark. And I'm curious to see what you guys think about that. If that is what you think the price is going to be, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. And then would that sway you for or against getting a 2026 Corvette model? Again, let me know in the comments because I'd really love to know what you think. Okay, the last bit of news is just channel news, and it's the next set of giveaways for the channel, which are live. And it's over $2,000 worth of prizes that we're gonna be giving away this time, all from sponsors of the channel, including Solar Performance and an 87mm throttle body for the C8 Z06 that's worth $700, a Diamond Protech protective coating kit, which is next gen beyond ceramic coating tech to protect your ride, any kind of surface kit of your choice, either it's the wheels, the OEM paint, the glass, the interior, the leather. They have all different kinds of kits. Each go for about $100 each. So they're giving so there's going to be a giveaway of that as well. Then there's also Speedway Composite and their carbon fiber X brakes for your C8 Corvette, which goes for about $600. And then a special wind deflector from also Speedway Composites that goes for another $400 also. These are all the different items that you can win in this giveaway, which is going to go all the way to the 4th of July. And to enter, it's super easy. The first way is just typing in the comments New Horizon. That gets you one free entry into the giveaway. It's one per username per person for that initial entry. But if you're wanting more chances to win, because you know there's a lot of different prizes to win this time around, and some of these pieces are pretty pricey for that matter. I mean, like that $700 throttle body. I am making it that every $5 spent gets an extra entry into the giveaway, either through a special thanks donation that you can do through like this video or any of the videos, or even purchasing of any kind of New Horizon merch like my shirt here or my hat. Doing that will give you an extra entry into the giveaway for every $5 spent. So it could be that spending maybe $10, $15 can win you a piece that's, you know, worth $700 like these throttle bodies. So it all helps not only support the channel growing, but also future giveaways like these as well. And I mean, currently there's only like 30 official entries so far. So the odds are pretty darn good right now that in about a month and a half left of this giveaway, you could win a really cool prize. And on top of that, I'm planning to add 1 or 2 more prizes in addition to these in the next few weeks news videos that I'll announce. So anyways, good luck to everyone who enters. If you're not subscribed already, definitely invite you to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.